Calvin Hagen here again. And, just another little quick video about some of my thoughts. One thing, I'm really saddened by the fact that so many people start things where they talk about Bernie supporters, people that really care. And the other side are also, the blue, no matter who people are, people that care as well, even though I think that they're a little bit misguided in how they do that. I don't start out with personal attacks. And lately I've been getting a lot of personal attacks that start out with how stupid anybody is that's not just jumping at whatever blue candidate that the Democratic Party puts out. Well, I want to say I won't. And I'm gonna tell you a few of the reasons why I won't. Two of the reasons are my two boys, 14 and 16. One, I want to mirror ethical behavior and integrity. Two, they're coming of military age, which means if we elect any more people that are supporters of these big wars that we have, or just wars for profit and whatnot, I'm basically offering my children up for them to send to wars to kill or be killed. And I won't do that. I just can't do that. And here's the problem with the blue no matter who idea, or for that matter with a lot of candidates, is that let's talk about ethics and integrity. You see, anybody that takes the money from the war manufacturers, big pharma, big oil, the big banks, and all of these things, if they take the money, it's because the banks expect something to be done for them, period. They're not giving this money out because it's the good of their hearts or anything like that. These corporations are buying influence. So if somebody's running for office and they take the money from these people, and then they come back and they tell me that, well, they got to take the money because of the system and all this, and that's the way it is. It costs a lot to run, but they're gonna support me. They're gonna support me and not the big corporations. They're unethical. They're out of integrity. Here's why. It's 100% impossible to take the money from the big corporations and then be a representative of me with any integrity. First thing is, if they do what they told me that they would do, which would be nice, but I don't expect that when they take the money from others, but if they do, they're out of integrity because these big corporations, banks, oil companies, war manufacturers and whatnot, they gave money. They gave money because they expected something in return. So they're out of integrity because they took the money and they're not doing what the people that gave them the money say. Now, if on the other hand, if they get elected and they do what on the other hand, if they get elected and they do what the corporations that gave them the money expect them to do, well, they're still out of integrity because they told me they were going to do something else. They told me, they told you, they told us they were going to do something else. So it's 100% impossible to take the money and then be in integrity, to be ethical. It can't be done. So here's the thing is, a lot of the people that attack me because I'm not blue for no matter who and that I'm a Bernie bro, they say, yeah, I'm a Bernie bro. Yeah, brother. I know a lot of Bernie brothers and sisters out there with me. But here's the thing is, they say that we're like a cult, but I don't get that. Because here's the thing is that most of the people I know that support Bernie, they don't really support Bernie, though, that they love Bernie. What they support is all the things that Bernie stands for and has stood for the last 40 years. Now, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for myself that if Bernie started to take the money tomorrow, I would drop supporting Bernie like a hot potato. I'm not supporting Bernie because of Bernie. This isn't a personality cult. I'm supporting Bernie because he supports the things important to me. He supports Medicaid for all. He supports cutting the military budget. He supports universal education to level our playing field for all people in this country. He supports women's rights. He supports fair pay for everything, that a living wage is something that every person in this country should enjoy. He supports ethical immigration. All of these things are things important to me. And as long as he supports them and doesn't take the big money from the banks, the corporations, and all this other things, then I will continue to support Bernie and people like him. I will not support the war machine anymore. The definition of insanity is to continue doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. And people keep telling me every 4 years, now is not the time to stand on principle. I think I've said that before. Well, if not now, when? If not here, where? It's time. Stand up. Hey, guess what, guys? There's still over 1,000 delegates left in this campaign. The campaign's nowhere close to over, so hey, forget about that part. We're not quitting here. And here's the thing is, with over 1,000 left still, and Biden slipping bad, he won't even debate Bernie because he's afraid of what he'll look like. Well, imagine what's going to happen when Trump gets a hold of him, right? So Biden's hiding. He's dropping in the polls. He's showing no leadership at all. Bernie's showing leadership and going up in the polls. It ain't over. If you haven't voted yet, get out and vote when you have your elections. Get out and vote for somebody that's showing the leadership, showing the care. This is a great opportunity that we have right now. In the midst of this crisis, what is it? Catastrophe and opportunity are the same symbol in some Asian languages. And the reason is, right now we have a great opportunity to change this world from being a death economy to being based on a life economy. We can do this, but we have to stand together and do this. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it in the here and now together. Peace.